Alright. Damn, man, your boy had a little stumble. It was an easy one, but I'm gonna blame it on the truck. This big ass bitch be giving me the most problems. I ain't never had so much problems. It's like it got too much juice in the wrong places. It got too much power in the wrong places. Like, nah, I think the winches, I don't know what it is, but so this big ass bitch, I never had this shit happen. So there was a vehicle that I guess he was a little twisted last night and he drove up over the curb. You know what I'm saying? One of those. Bloosh. And easy peasy, you know what I mean? Usually I come in, snatch block, and it would come up over, or it'll yank, it'll come. That one, it was a little Civic or Accord. This shit was fucking making the ass end of my truck come in. I dropped my wheel lift. I dropped it and it still was dragging that bitch to the left. I'm like, this big ass bitch, big for nothing. This truck is like those big bitches with all that ass that can't take dick. That's how I look this big. Just like that. Like, damn, that gonna be a ride. And then when you come to think about it, I'm tearing this shit. So look at her face. Look at her face. She fucking dumb. It one of those. So I had to take a different approach, and I kept trying that. Tried a couple times. I tried to put wood under the front tires. Try to have the driver gas it a little bit as I'm driving up. I had to be thoughtful as well because it was in a parking spot in a hotel. I'm in this big ass beast. I don't have a lot of wiggle room. But what I ended up having to do was I recalibrated. I wheel lifted it, and that's what took me a long time, is squeezing in there in this truck, trying to wheel lift and being thoughtful of the vehicles next to me as well. So paying attention to that, also making sure that I line up correctly, and also strapping it down effectively, because if not, that bitch would have probably popped out. Something would have gave. And I had to readjust as well, because the first time I had the L-arm stuck out too far, and it just didn't look healthy. Maybe just a quick travel would have been okay, but for me pulling like that, I needed to have that bitch strapped good. So I re-strapped it, connected it well, and then when I wheel lifted it, the frame of the fucking vehicle ended up like kind of coming off of that ledge, that curb. It came off a little bit, and it still didn't come back, but it allowed me to drive. It didn't allow me to drive forward. That car would have drove back, but it allowed me to reverse and that car drive forward. And what happened was it kind of came off of that lip. It gave it some more space, and then I put sandbags under the tires and then just kind of drove it back. I had the driver stop me when it got on the ledge, and then just recalibrated and put sandbags under the tires to make sure that when it comes down, the bumper doesn't get destroyed. He was saying, I hope that, I don't hope this, but I got it in camera. The first time he said it, I wasn't recording, but then he started saying, oh, hey, no, this been there, this and now. I'm like, well, let me get this. Because people be trying to finesse, man. He kind of think about it, he end up blaming me for that shit. Like, motherfucker, if you try that shit, I got content saying you did it. You just been there. I had two people, this guy with a fucking BMW. You would think that, you know, more money, more ethicality. This motherfucker, man, his bumper was fucked up. I remember he had the tow hook. I couldn't remove it, and I was like, instead of forcing it, I said, you know what, I'm gonna use something else, and I used another strap. To be thoughtful. He was a BMW. He had his car drop. He was a car guy, you know what I'm saying? Or he was in the car scene. I think he was one of those guys that, anyway, I don't know. He was in the car scene. Well, anyway, so I didn't pull that tow hook cap out, so I ended up strapping it differently and winched up his vehicle. Took it my time. This motherfucker got the nerve to say that I fucked up his bumper. I was so pissed, man, and I called him, but the only thing was, when I called his ass, I didn't document the recording, which was stupid on my behalf, but he fucking said it. I was questioning his ass, and he ended up saying it. He was like, hey, remember when I called him on some, like, just acting like how he was a homie. I was like, yo, what's up, homie? And he was like, hey, what's up? I was like, yo, where'd you go take your BMW? Because that's what he told me. I knew this. He told me he had, I told him when I tried to remove the cap, I was like, what, anything happened to this bumper? He was like, yeah, it got redone. It got repainted and shit. So I was thinking that's what happened, is because when whatever happened to his vehicle years ago, when they replaced it, they fixed that bumper, that cap. Usually when that cap breaks, it's hard to put it back stock. Like, you either need to get a brand new one or you finesse it. And it looks like the people that fix his car finessed it. But you can't really tell, no, but that cap is not something that's removed unless your car breaks down. So I was the motherfucker that got his vehicle. And I was like, all right, I'm not going to take that out. So I strapped it differently. And as I winched it up, took his vehicle, took pictures, did everything legit. Sent him pictures. This motherfucker want to put a claim on me. Talk about some, I fucked up his bumper, man. I like, man, in my head, I'm like, bro, all right, bro. Like, I can't do nothing, but the universe can. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the right time, the universe for sure can. But, yeah, man, it was some fucked up shit. I don't know if they charged me for that. I told him straight up, I sent pictures to the best of my ability, and I got offended because I knew he was finessing, bro. Like, the fuck? If I fuck something up, which I have, I'm not going to say I'm always going to pay for it, because sometimes, for the most part, I'll pay for it. Like, if I genuinely fuck something up, you know, if it's a respectable price, it's reasonable, I'll fucking pay for it. And I have. I'll save up if I have to, or if I got it right there, I'll give it the money. Or if I have to save up, like, yo, you gotta give me some time, but I got you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, one time I fucked something up, and this bitch was like, oh, you gotta shoot. Man, I got hustled there too, but I ain't gonna speak too much on that. I get hustled a lot, man. Like, I get punched in the face a lot, but, you know, I'm stupid, you know what I'm saying? I'm stupid for letting that shit happen. I could turn up, I could retaliate, but I'm gonna just keep taking action, keep moving forward, and doing what I gotta do. But just be careful, man.